Think about how much you pay each month in subscriptions. Things like Netflix, Spotify, and even rent. It adds up to be quite a lot. Now, how would your life change if you never had to pay for any of those? You could finally take that big vacation, save up for a down payment, or just buy yourself something nice. Well, sadly, nothing in this world is free. But that doesn't mean you have to pay for these subscriptions out of your own pocket. In this video, I'm going to show you how small investment goals can work to build passive income that'll actually cover all your subscriptions. It's a great way to get started at investing, and it'll motivate you to push forward and reach your investing goals. The basics of what I'm going to show you in this video are that if you invest a certain amount of money, you can actually earn enough from that investment to pay for something in your life, making it free. It's not technically free, but it's made by money, made by your money, so you're not doing the work for it. Anyways, it's not too complicated of a subject, and it's pretty easy to understand, and I think it'll help you guys out. So if you enjoy the video and want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. It can pretty much be broken down into 4 steps. First, you're going to list all your monthly subscriptions from lowest to highest. Next, you're going to figure out how much each of those cost each year or month. Then after doing a little bit of number crunching, you're going to invest the amount that'll cover that cost over a year, assuming a basic dividend of about 3%. And then you'll never have to worry about that subscription again, and it'll pretty much be free for life. I can actually show you an example of this with the subscription that I have, Spotify. So here in Canada, my Spotify subscription costs about $5 a month, which is about $60 a year. Now, the whole goal of this is to have the dividend pay for that subscription. So we need that dividend, which will be about 3%, to equal $60 a year. So to calculate this, you actually divide your subscription amount by your dividend, and that should give you, in this case, about $2,000, which is the amount you need to invest to get that $60 a year from the 3% dividend. So what this means is with my $2,000, it'll pay for my Spotify subscription for the rest of my life without me having to worry about it at all. And that's just from dividend payments. And if you don't want to go with dividends, and that's a little boring, you can do something to spice it up a little. And that's invest it in the company where you're spending your money. So if you're paying off your Netflix subscription, invest in Netflix so that the growth of the company pays for the stock. However, you have to be careful with this. If we actually come over here and check out the Spotify stock, we can see that over the past year, it hasn't really moved too much. And over the past year and a bit, it hasn't moved at all. And it's the same sort of deal with Netflix stock. Over the past year, there's really been no increase in price. So if you were to invest in either one of these companies with hopes of paying your subscription this year, you'd be sadly disappointed. That's why most people go for things like dividend stocks, because they're more proven and solid income. But if we look at Netflix over a 5-year span, we can see just how much the company has grown. So it all depends on the company you're picking, of whether you should go with the growth stock or the dividend stock. If you want to see a video about that, I actually have one on my channel, and I recommend checking that out. I should link it somewhere up there. Now, my goal with this is to inspire you guys to invest, or at least cut down on your monthly subscriptions. Frankly, doing one, if not both, is a great way to start saving money and investing. It's a pretty simple way, and starting with a $5 a month subscription is a lot easier to tackle than worrying about your entire retirement. Unless you've spent a ton of time thinking about your retirement, you probably don't even know how much it's going to cost. But what you do think about is your $5 a month subscription or your Netflix subscription. It comes out of your budget every single month. So if you can cut that off and it's free for the rest of your life, that's a great way to think about and invest money. In fact, one Reddit user, u/a I'm not sure if I said that right, but whatever. They had this great idea and turned this into a spreadsheet. And this turns into how much you invest each month, what your goals are, and when you'll pay them off over time. So let's jump into that now, and I can show you how to fully turn this into a game where you can build up and start paying off things like your rent. All right, so this is the spreadsheet that I was talking about. It was made by the Reddit user, and it lets you track your progress for each subscription you have, almost turning it into, as it says right here, a mini game. So on the left here are the basic inputs. Here is your ROI/yield. This is what your dividend pays or your average stock increases over a year. In this case, we're going to be setting that to 3%. So we're going to go ahead and put in how much is invested weekly and how much we have invested right now, setting it to $100 and $1,000. Next, today's date is today's date. Nothing to worry about there. That just determines all these down here, which are when your service is going to be free. So next you can come over here, fill in this. We're going to write Spotify, and for this one below, Netflix. So our Spotify subscription is going to cost $5 a month. And then this will auto calculate to $60 a year. It'll also show you your progress based on how much you have invested now and how much you said you were going to contribute each week. So since the day is set to today, all we have invested in this is $1,000. So we're about 50% through our goal. Next, we can add in our Netflix subscription, and that'll be about $13 a month. So it figures all that out for you and tells you how much you need to have invested, as well as how much you have invested now based on your inputs before. And it'll even tell you when you're expected to earn these for free, giving you an estimated time in weeks. So here we can see that for a free Netflix subscription, at this rate, it'll be 62 weeks. And we'll get our Spotify subscription in 10 weeks. So 10 weeks of investing $100 a week until we get it entirely free based on dividends. Now you can continue to add these up here, putting in your rent and anything else you want. It totals it up at the bottom and it gives you a very clear set of instructions for you to follow if you want to meet these. Take all your monthly subscriptions, put them in here, and just see what it adds up to. See how much money of potential future value is going into these and start investing so that your money can be paying for these and not you. Anyways, I hope this inspired you to start investing and gave you a way to break it down into smaller, achievable goals. If you want that spreadsheet so you can visualize just how far away your goals are, there's going to be a download link in the subscription. And if you found any of this information helpful and want to see more in the future, then don't forget to like and subscribe. It's always appreciated. But I have a question for you guys this week. What subscription or payment are you first going to target to make free for life? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.